This tool is called Nearpod, and I selected it because it's one of those easy ways to kind of make sure that your class is all on the same page. And so if you're a teacher that has kiddos that like to rush ahead or kind of tend to get off task, this is a really great way to engage those kiddos and also to keep them all on the same page. So what it is a I guess slideshow, if you will. There are paid parts of this and there are free parts of this, so I feel like it still falls into the category of free. You can create your own activities for free. So that screen was just a link where students can sign up into their computers. They would sign in using the same link, and then it would bring everybody to the same slideshow. So this is one that I chose for my example, which is a virtual reality Nearpod, and it's all about caves. And so you can see that we would go through this and we would cruise along, and me as the teacher, I am leading the group. So every time I change my screen, their screen is changing as well. And so I can look around in this as virtual reality again, so kids with devices would be able to hold them up and they would be able to look all the way around inside their caves, their Egyptian caves, and all the different types for their social studies lesson. And then as soon as we've got done discussing what they are seeing here, then we could go in to the next slide. And again, this would just be my way of pacing through, and we can talk about the different kind of rocks and everything else that they see. And there are example questions that you can add to this as well. So they would be able to answer a poll question. They can answer multiple choice. They can even type in short answer responses, and then it would tally up everybody's polls after it's all been done. So if I had students in here with me right now, it would record all of their answers. I would be able to see all my students listed here as well as what they're answering, and we'd be able to discuss our poll right here in the middle of our lesson, which is pretty slick. Pretty cool. Both TCK1 standard, it talks about facilitating diverse learning activities, and I think this is one of those that keeps kiddos really engaged, but it lets you add a lot of different types of material into your lesson so that you can really reach all the different diverse learners within your classroom. And ISTE standard, the teacher standard 2A, talks about designing learning experiences using digital tools that's going to promote student learning. And I think that this is one of those things that really gets the kiddos active and involved in your lesson and gets them very interested. Nearpod has all types of different and I'm going to get out of here so you guys can see. It has all kinds of different lessons. Some teachers put paid materials on here, and so you can search these based off of Common Core standards. You can go through here and search for grade level via whatever subject you teach, but there's all kinds of materials here. And again, you also get the opportunity to create your own lessons, and I've seen this used with our math curriculum, which we have Engage New York. Teachers will put the example questions on here, students can work them through on their boards, and then they can make sure that everybody's staying on the same page that way, which is pretty great for most of the teachers that I've talked to. I think that this goes across the board, anywhere from kindergarten all the way up through college and even into professional fields. One of those where it can be used for presentation, or it can be used for really just about any lesson that you'd like to teach. So another great tool, and I hope you enjoy.